What's going on, people? Welcome to a match preview finally. Manchester United, 4th round of the FA Cup, away to Newport County. It's about time we had a game. It feels like ages since that Spurs game. That was our last game, isn't it? Yeah, Spurs.
Yeah,
that
couple of
feels
weeks
like
ago.
ages ago.
Yeah.
In this sort of staggered winter break that the Premier League has. So we obviously didn't have a game last weekend because we played the weekend before and vice versa. But it is FA Cup weekend. We go to League 2 Newport County. They sit in a comfortable 14th in League 2. Eric Ten Hag, I saw your reaction to the presser earlier, Owen, or as I say, earlier on. And, you know, we know what sort of players are going to be back. We know who's going to be in the squad. Johnny Evans is missing through illness. Marcus Rashford is missing through illness. There's some things on social media that we see, whether it is Rashford, whether it's not, clubbing, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see on that one. We're going to have to see how that plays out. But let's focus on the players who definitely are back. There is no Mason Mount. I did see pictures of him on the bike coming back to fitness. But chance for Lisandro Martinez to return back to fitness at Newport County.
Yeah,
Casemiro.
Return to fitness for them. I mean, I suppose you can go further back. In goal, Bayern Deer starts debut. And as I mentioned during the press conference reaction, that shouldn't be a story, realistically, should it? Manchester United number 2 goalkeeper plays an FA Cup 4th round away against the League 2 side. That's not any other club. That's not a story. But I suppose that just encapsulates how sort of the whole Onana situation is, isn't it? Is that's a genuine that's big news. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's the first time we'll see him play. Eric Ten Hag was asked, you worried about handling the pressure of that? Because some may scoff and say, pressure, you're playing a League 2 side. But, the FA Cup's kind of different. That sort of smaller ground that if you play to a half-decent level, even like a semi-pro level, or even if you played at Sunday League football, you'd have probably played at grounds like this. You know what I mean? That sort of tiny couple of stands. There you go. It's happened for me, Flex. Look, I got a thumb. I got a thumbs up.
How is everyone...
I don't know.
How is everyone doing this? And, what is it? What camera? Maybe, I don't know.
That's the first time that's happened to me. That's never happened to me before, But I still don't know how it works. But hey, that's pretty good.
Kenny gets fireworks in his one.
Wow, that's why I was hoping. KG can do it better than I. Either way, yes. So binders, but like I said, we've played in grounds like that. That kind of sort of tighter, smaller ground, and if you're not used to it, can be a bit of a culture shock. But as Ten Hag pointed out. When Simon Stone asked him about it, he went, "You've been a Fenerbahce. Pressure. That's pressure. He can handle it." And I like that response from Eric. Good. Yeah. So he's going to be involved. And then, like you say, get into the back four. I mean, if Wigan's anything to go by, Flex, it's going to be a strong side. We've got nothing else to go for.
No,
we've got nothing else to go for. So it's going to be the strongest
and
side.
And there's been 2 weeks since the last game.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But then we do have Wolves when? Wednesday night? Thursday night? When's that?
Yes, it's a midweek one, isn't it? Yeah. But still, because we haven't played Thursday the 1st, because we haven't played in, like you say, in so long, and these players coming back, you've got to build momentum somewhere. And I think it's going to be a super strong side. So Martinez, start, I would think. But what's the back four going to be?
Dallo, Shaw. I think you just go straight. Yeah, Shaw's back, innit? He needs to get.
Do you think it'll be last season's back four again? The sort of the strongest, his version of the strongest.
Yeah, but Maguire's back. This is the bit where we were waiting for. To see.
You don't think? Do you think he'll go Martinez and Maguire?
Whoa.
Would he?
This is. I don't think he will. I'm just saying this is the first time where we need to see that Ten Hag's remain insane, because let's be honest, the injuries happened in such a mad, period of the season and for so long. I still stand by the fact that if Martinez never got injured, I don't think he ever would have. The door would never have opened for Maguire.
No,
I think that as soon as Martinez got injured, it opened his eyes to different combinations, because Johnny Evans was playing left centre back. So who's the better pairing with him? And clash of styles. And
then Varane gets injured as well.
Get injured, so it made it easy to bring Maguire in. Then Maguire does well, so Varane just can't get back in. And
then Maguire gets injured.
Then Maguire gets injured against Bayern, and then Varane does come in against them and Liverpool. And goes on a little run from there. But he has an illness against West Ham. Doesn't play against them because Willy Cambuela came in there. Him and Evans played then. So it's been a mixed match for the whole season. But it is going to be interesting to see that when Ten Hag has the full complement, which he pretty much does. Luke Shaw is back, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah,
Luke back in
Luke
training.
Shaw's back. So, and I know really, not Forest, Wolves is the test of the real complement, because he still might go. It is Newport count Newport. Like, I need to. Maybe I don't have to start Shaw here. Maybe I can bring him on for 15 minutes or just start him, take him off, whatever. But the real test is the Wolves game. Where who picks in that is the one with a full complement of players. Maybe Varane might not play because he wants him to play Thursday. But then Martinez hasn't played so long.
And then that's the problem in general, isn't it? Exactly. Because what does he always say? He wants continuity and consistency when it comes to team selection. And
so should he play then? But Varane's going to have an easy day at the office.
Well, you are right, though. When you bring that up, that is a good point, because we've got 3 games in 7 days. We've got Newport County, we've got Wolves on the Thursday, and then we've got West Ham on the Sunday. So within the space of 7 days,
although we say there's 1 game a week, this little period there isn't.
It's not. So there's a chance. There's a chance Varane probably doesn't play in this.
Is it 3 games in 7 days? Did you say
3 games, 7 days? Yeah.
Yeah. So we've gone from
Newport,
saying there's only 1
Wolves,
game a week.
West Ham,
right. So we've gone from saying there's only 1 game a week and this, that, and the other. Even Varane doing a bloody Thursday, Sunday is a bit.
Yeah. Yes. It's a push. It's a push.
So maybe he does play against Newport, then he comes in against West Ham. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he misses
possible,
Wolves. But you don't want to miss Wolves because that's going to be a tough game. So is West Ham. So but he shouldn't be doing too much against Newport County, man. But I do.
Well, centre back options are limited. They're limited. Lindelof's not available as well because he's still recovering from surgery. So you've got Martinez available.
Johnny Evans is ill.
Johnny Evans is ill. So exactly. So it might be Martinez, Maguire, and then with a view to Varane comes in for Wolves or West Ham, or like you say, maybe Varane misses the one in the week. Maybe it's like he's just going to play the 2 Sunday games. But even that just goes to show, doesn't it, the problem there, which is we've got 3 games in the space of 7 days. It's like Varane can't do all of them because he'll fall apart. So that's a problem. Fullbacks, interesting, like you say, maybe because we've got these games over the short period of time. Maybe he'll once again go with, I'm going to go Dalot left back and then Wan-Bissaka right back. Wouldn't be shocked. Although last game, it was the other way round, wasn't it? It was Wan-Bissaka at left back.
So you don't think he'll play Luke Shaw?
Well, we get into the territory once again of which does Luke Shaw play all 3 games over the space of 7 days?
No. From injury? Definitely no chance.
So which one do you have him miss?
Yeah.
Do you bring him on in this one to get him ready for Thursday and Sunday?
But Luke Shaw is that guy. How many times have we seen Luke Shaw come back from injury and go straight into like a game where we're like, oh, he probably needs to feel his way. He just appears back and just starts playing.
Yeah.
So if he needs to start at Wolves, I reckon they'll probably just start him at Wolves.
It'll be interesting, certainly. Then we get into midfield. What does that look like?
Casemiro's got to start in it. He needs some games.
Yeah.
He didn't even play at all against Spurs. No, he
didn't,
did he? So, and it felt like he was going to, but it was McTominay is the one who came in.
Yeah.
So I'll say Casemiro will start. Let's remember the Mainu situation where I took him off at Forest, by the way. That's interesting.
Yeah, he said
because he said, look, young kid, he's overplayed. He had to play. I can't remember. I think it might have been the same, 3 in 7 days or 3
something
in 10,
like that. Yeah,
at that time. So Ten Hag is aware of it, and even though I was annoyed he took him off at halftime because clearly it didn't work because McTominay came on and conceded 2, we lost.
Yeah,
but in terms of just protecting young players and the burnout and they're running themselves and I know they're young and he's fit and he's ready to go, but you do need to protect young players and we shouldn't be putting every single thing on Kobbie Mainoo where he has to play 90 minutes every single game and poor kid can't get a rest. So, but then again, Newport County is a game for him to just, get another senior appearance, have a fairly easy game, get into some rhythm. But then he's going to have to go again at Wolves. But again, for Wolves and West Ham, and he made a massive mistake, obviously, for the second goal at West Ham. Need him for them games.
And we have to win those games.
And we have to win those games.
So, not that this one isn't, but the point being is that they're really important against tough teams.
I think he goes. I don't think Kobbie Mainoo starts. I think he gives him a bit of a rest.
So who?
Not rest, but because there's them games are coming up. I think he might go like Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno.
Do you think he'll just go with those?
That was what it was last year. That was our number one. That was our starting midfield.
Yeah. And
I think he goes with that.
And well, the thing is with the Eriksen one, which is quite interesting, is the frustration with Eriksen against Spurs in particular was legs gone, not useful. maybe depending on the circumstances. I can't imagine the pitch is amazing at
Bro,
Newport
we got the
County.
ball all game.
But you know what I mean? You'll have the ball. You'll just say, look,
This
keep
is
the
a game
ball.
for Ericsson.
You just
keep giving me it. I got time and space.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't gonna
play it
press.
around.
They're not,
Play it around.
exactly.
Yeah, they'll
They're just
get
gonna
behind.
sit off us and try. They can't believe they're playing Man United. We have to be on it. But Ericsson, I think, will play.
So maybe Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno will play.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
Bruno
he will play. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then attacking options. That's when it gets quite interesting.
Well, it's got to be Anthony, Højlund, Rashford.
Wow,
Garnacho,
is Marcus available? Yeah, Garnacho. So
yeah. Well, he's ill. He's ill. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going Garnacho, Anthony, Højlund.
That's who it is.
And you know what this is?
Don't have anyone else. Oh no,
this is the what. That's a good point. Ahmad's a good point. That should be one to start him. That should be one to start him.
He's got.
But do you think he goes? But does he then go, look, if there's a game to get Anthony firing, you know,
yeah,
Anthony played against Burnley behind closed doors, apparently scored a penalty. I think it was.
Oh, did he? I thought we lost 3-0.
I think it was 3-1.
Oh, 3. Oh, we got one. Okay. Anthony scored
a penalty.
That. Well,
yes.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know when it's a good time to get the guy playing good. I don't know, mate. You know, he has got a lot of stuff going on, and Ten Hag's alluded to it, and it's been a really difficult. You probably look back on this and was the hardest years of his career because he's been taking pelters, not playing good, absolutely awful, offering nothing, and then start between injuries and personal issues, and then Ten Hag just keeping him on the bench because he knows he's been rubbish. It's been awful, and I'll be shocked if the back end of this season is any different. But
on a Højlund though, I remember we did the Wigan game, didn't we? And going into it, you were like, right, this is a game, get goals, get going, and he did anything but. You know what I mean?
That game
had all the chances. So my question was going to be, this time around, do you think it's going to be right? You're going to get those chances again, put them away,
score them this time,
get a couple,
mate. This is it. This is an even worse level than Wigan.
I know.
Like. This is literally mid-table League 2. Do you know how insane that is? A little bit below mid-table.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You gotta be dispatching of these.
Are you of the KG mindset
not with it looking like the Wigan?
You know what he was like with Wigan.
Yeah,
this doesn't matter about the.
Yeah, I've learned from that. Yeah,
this doesn't matter because after the game you said I've changed my mind with that KG.
Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah, I changed my mind. So on that, and this is a worse standard as well, by the way. So absolutely, you know, they should be able to put down Fletcher in the technical area instead of Ten Hag. Anyone, me or you. This is true. And it's not me being condescending to Newport. Like, don't get me wrong. You still have to be professional. You still got to turn up. It's the FA Cup.
Anything can happen.
You don't turn up, anything can happen. But 14th in League 2, I mean, there's giant killings and then there's giant killings.
Well, and it took a replay to get past Eastleigh as well for them as well. It's not as if they flew past them, you know. It was a replay. So, and like you say, anything can happen, and they'll be thrilled with obviously facing Manchester United. Huge revenue for them. The world will be watching, but it is one of those ones which is it's not even just about winning for United. You've got to go through, and you've got to go through with ease, really, don't you? Because if you don't, then people go, "Oh,
yeah, well, because we didn't against Wigan, and we were like, oh,
well, but we kind of did.
Chances, though.
We kind of did, though, didn't we? We went through.
Actually, we didn't get the goals.
It was comfortable. It was comfortable against Wigan, you know.
Yeah,
and
no point after that first shot they had. Did I?
No, it was 2-0. We had chances. We didn't play particularly great, you know, but 2-0 on the face of it, and that is. I suppose that is when, now that you're a few weeks removed from that. I mean, that was at the beginning of the 8th of January. We're at the end of the month now. You don't really remember that much. All you care is that you go through.
No,
in fairness, you know what I mean?
We've got another tie that we should win.
Exactly. So, and as Eric Ten Hag said earlier on, the journalist asked him and couldn't hide from it. He said, look, this is the only thing you got to play for this season. And you could tell it pained him, Flex, to be like, yeah, it's true. I ain't got nothing.
Thing, mate.
Yeah. Out Carabao Cup, Champions League, the bottom of the group, went out at a league, no chance, laughable. I mean, I was saying this time last year, I remember going to the Emirates and we were talking about, hey, if we beat Arsenal at the Emirates, we might be in a position to compete for the title. Fast forward 12 months, we're 8th. we're 8th out of all other competitions and going, well, FA Cup's all we've got. And that's heavily dependent on getting some good draws moving forward as well. So, yeah, it's one of those ones. You've got to win. You've got to win with some element of not style. You just got to get goals. We'll play a strong team. And players that haven't played well this season, it's an opportunity for them to get going. Anthony, Hoyland, people coming back, Casemiro, Martinez, etc. So it's just it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because you don't want to come across as arrogant or whatever. Be just like this. This has to be straightforward. If it's
No,
not,
but I was just about to say that though. It shouldn't be a difficult. I don't even want to hear that word. Difficult one. Like no, no. Come on, like our standards are in the, like, bro. This is Newport County, bro.
Put it this way:
Right?
Bayern Dia, that we shouldn't be having the conversation of being like he's got to stay in for the next Premier League game because he shouldn't have anything to do. You know what I mean? If we're talking the next game of he's got to start against Wolves because he's bailed us out the shit, we go, what has happened in this game?
100%. I'm
You
looking
know,
at Eric Ten Hag and all them players. If that happens, or maybe just the players, depending on how it plays out. But we shouldn't really get even an insight into what Bayern Dia can do.
No.
Innit? He should barely have to take a goal kick.
Exactly.
Although
I remember, and it's putting you on the spot, but I remember you said against Wigan, if we lose this is it for me with Eric Ten Hag. Is it the same? Or have you changed your mind with that?
I kind of want to be the same, but with how that Wigan game went, it's like there can be a way where like.
But we didn't lose. We were comfortable, weren't we?
What I'm saying is but what it taught me is that as that game was playing out in front of me, I was like, we're having millions of chances here. This should be 6-0. Like if these lot don't score more goals and let these lot come back with a penalty or something, it's gonna be the players' fault. Like it would.
But this is the thing though. But like I agree with you because you go like, look, Eric Ten Hag got head the ball in the net for Rasmus Højlund. But if you're the Manchester United manager and you're 8th in the Premier League. And you went out of the Carabao Cup.
A Man United fan who's been to all our cup finals,
right? And if you went out of the Carabao Cup in the 3rd round to a C team Newcastle at home, you went out of the Champions League, bottom of your group, didn't even stick around in Europe. As I said, you're 8th in the league. If you go out to Newport County in the 4th round of the FA Cup,
and you've got new owners who are looking in, going
having conversations, then you are going to be in trouble. And I know that could be like you go, well, it's the players' fault. I'm not disputing that it'd be the players' fault, but. You will just
Ten Hag will have a lot to answer to. Even though you can say the players were bastards and it's their fault, they've put this heat on the manager. Heat will be on him.
Yeah,
for that.
If you're renting out a place, and you don't pay the rent, and you go, but someone nicked it from me, they go, that's horrible. But still, you ain't paying the rent.
You have to pay.
You're evicted.
Your name's on the thing, mate.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
Your name.
Sorry.
But that's unthinkable. That's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. There's no way we lose this game.
Good.
Yeah. There is
I agree. My predictions. What's our biggest win this season? Have we beat any teams by 3? 3-0 at Everton.
Oh yeah,
we beat Everton 3-0. That's probably our biggest win.
Carabao Cup first round 3-0 as well, isn't it? Or 4? What was that?
Was that 3?
I think it was
that was 3. So the biggest is 3 this season. I'm gonna go with. We beat Wigan away 2-0. Should have been like 4. I'm going to go with a 4. I'm going to go with a 4 flex.
I'll match you on that. And I'll be disappointed if it isn't that.
And that's not arrogant. That it should be 4-0.
Not bottom of the league, sorry. But look, mid-table League 2, bro.
I know.
Honestly.
But it's Man United.
Anyhow, it's scraped a 1-0 thing or we need the lucky penalty. Honestly. But there you go. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let us know what your score predictions are. I mean, I'm being a bit too cocky. Are you like? I feel like they're going to go, guys.
We can't win, Flex. We can't win because we did this with too negative, too optimistic, too positive, too downbeat.
There you go.
Let's just give up. Let's just cancel the channel. Get rid of it.
Jurgen Owen.
My predictions aren't valued. Predictions aren't valued, Flex.
I can't wait for next week because of that. That pissed me off. Anyway, later, guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.